what are the importance of textile finishes?
Ma'am.
Hello, yes.
Okay, never mind.
Now it's coming. Okay. Then there was classification of finishes, and in that we saw on the basis of function, that is basic finishes and functional finishes. And did we do degree of performance? Yes, I think we do degree of performance too.
Yeah, we
That
do.
is temporary finishes, semi-durable, durable, and permanent finishes. Then comes chemical and mechanical finishes or wet and dry finishes. On the basis of the processes involved in application of finish, there are two types. This is on the basis of the process involved in application of finish. We have two. We have chemical finishes and mechanical finishes. 1 second. Chemical finishes, these are also known as wet finishes. In these, chemical treatment is given to fabric either to change its appearance or basic properties. These finishes are usually durable and permanent, or wet finishes. Example are fireproof, seize resistance, etc. So these finishes, which which are given to fabrics to change its appearance or the basic properties. Okay, they are durable and permanent. They are durable and permanent. They are durable and permanent. Okay, like fireproof, that makes your fabric fire resistant to fire, or fireproof and seize resistant, or crease resistant. That is the wrinkles that we get on the fabric. It resists those, like the fabric doesn't get wrinkled. Then we have mechanical finishes. These are also known as dry finishes. Here, the process consists of an application of moisture, pressure, and heat, or a mechanical device to finish a fabric. Beating, brushing, calendering, filling, etc. are some of the finishes included in this group. These are dry, like you don't usually use a solution, okay? But what you do is you they are you use pressure or heat or some moisture or a device to apply finisher to finish a fabric. Okay, it is like examples are like beating, brushing, filling, etc. These finishes are either temporary or semi-durable and do not last long. They are not long-lasting, but they are temporary. They last for only a short period of time or only some time, or they are semi-durable, not very durable. Okay, compared to the chemical finishes. We have in text questions 11.1, the treatment given to fabrics to enhance their appearance, performance, or handling is known as finishes. Yes. When no finish is applied on fabric surface, it is known as
Great.
green. Yes. Dash and dash produce variety in fabric.
Dyeing and printing.
Yes. Dyeing and printing. A chemical finish is also known as
Wet finish.
yes, wet finish. And the last one, waterproof finish is a dash finish.
Function.
Yes, functional. Functional finish. Now we have basic finishes and their types. Now we saw the types of finishes, what are the categories that the finishes have. Okay, like dry, waterproof, dry and wet. Then we saw basic, functional. Okay, now we will see what fabric finishes or like the finishes are actually. Okay, the things that are used as finishes. We have fabric, scouring or cleaning. Fabric as it comes from the loom is dull in appearance. It may have stains of oils as well as starches, waxes, etc. that are applied to yarns to make weaving easier. Once the fabric is woven, the presence of these additives hinder further finishing processes, such as bleaching, dyeing, printing, etc. Therefore, these need to be removed before sending the fabric for further processing. Scouring is the process of washing fabric with soap solution. Scouring is the process of industrial cleaning of fabrics with the help of warm water and soap solution. Cleans the fabric and makes them more absorbent. Okay, this is like about the basic finishes. Okay, before like when we have clothes that are coming from the loom, sometimes they may look dull in appearance. So what is done is a process known as scouring, in which fabrics are washed, okay, or cleaned with the help of warm water and soap solution. Okay, it cleans the fabric and makes them more absorbent. The method of washing a fabric is chosen according to the nature of fiber. Cottons are boiled in soap solution for cleaning, whereas silks are boiled to remove silk gum, that is known as degumming, while the wool fibers are boiled with soap solution to remove grease and oils. Fabrics made from man-made fibers are given normal washing. After cleaning, the fabric becomes smooth, neat, and more absorbent. Okay? After this cleaning process is done, the fabrics become more smooth, neat, and absorbent. Okay? Then we have this experiment. Let's read this. Take two fabric pieces of 4 to 4 size of white color. One of these should be new and the other old and washed. Put both the pieces of fabric in water. What do you observe? The old one will sink faster because it is more absorbent as it has no finishes or starch on the surface. The new fabric will first float on the water. Gradually, water penetrates through the starch applied and the fabric sinks. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. And can you see me?
You're actually logged out, so I can't see.
No, right?
No.
Okay. Even I cannot.
Yeah.
Um, now hope you can see
Yeah,
me.
I can. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we have this experiment that is there where you have to take a maze. Can you turn on your video?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm here. There are a few people over. There's some work happening.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Yes. So the experiment we have two pieces of cloth, two small pieces of cloth, where one is old and one is new. The old one has been washed a lot of times, whereas a new fabric has never been washed. When you when you lay them over water, the old one will sink quickly, while the new one will float for a while and then it will sink. Why? Is because the new fabric has a coating of starch. Okay, and it is like less absorbent, it is less water absorbent because it has like a lot of coating of finishes. Okay, so it will gradually sink. Okay, slowly it will sink, um like the water penetrates, that is, the water passes through the starch, applied slowly, and then the water will make the fabric sink. It will take some time. Okay. The second is bleaching. At home, you use milk, you use lemon, milk, curd, and facial bleach to remove suntan. A similar treatment is given to fibers. Have you seen this like homemade face pack for like tan removal? It's
Yes.
like quite common where you use milk, lemon, curd, mix all of these things, maybe add coffee,
Yeah.
okay, and then
No, I
make a.
haven't.
You haven't.
Nope.
Okay, it's a girl thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so they use like all these things mixed together to remove to make a homemade face pack for like suntan removal.
Yeah.
Similarly, a treatment is also given to fibers. Many a times, natural fibers like cotton, silk, and wool are available in pale or light brown color. Suppose you have to paint something in light pink color. Unfortunately, the brush was not washed properly and had remains of brown in it. What do you think will happen? We will not get the pink we wanted because the brown will get mixed with the color. Okay. Now, this becomes a problem as light shades of dyes do not come out well on such fiber colors. To get an exact light shade of the color, the existing color has to be removed. Bleaching is a chemical treatment given to fibers, yarn, or fabric to remove the paleness or color and make them white. Okay, this is a treatment given to fibers. Okay, like fibers like cotton, silk, and wool. They are in pale colors. Okay, sometimes the color of like we have to color it. Okay, we have to color these because see cotton, silk, and wool. They are all obtained naturally, and we do not get them white color. Okay, like when it's in the natural base form, they are not white color. Okay,
Yeah.
they are like slight pale, yellowish, or slightly brown, light brown. Okay, the original color. Dyeing after dyeing, yes, after dyeing we can get them in any color, but original color is not white. So to make that white, now if you dye it, if you like the original color is slightly light brown, if you put pink dye on it, then the colors will get mixed and like a whole lot of different colors gonna be like created. Okay, some weird color will come out. So what is done is first bleaching is done. That is, like this treatment, a chemical treatment is given to your cloth, piece of cloth, to remove that original light brown and make it white. Once it is white, now you can dye it in your favorite color, the color that they want to dye. Now they can dye it in that color. Okay. See, usually, like when these activities are done, dyeing, I was like in the previous class, I was teaching about dyeing, right? I taught that dyeing is usually done on white color clothes. Okay, on white color clothes. Do we take a colored, already colored cloth and dye it? No, right? Not really. We take white, and then the white is dyed with colorful dyes. Okay, because like those dyes will come very beautifully on white color. Yes, so this is the thing that where you make them white first and then you dye them. Suitable bleaching agents. What are the bleaching agents? We have hydrogen peroxide for protein fibers and sodium hypochlorite for cotton are used. Okay. For cottons, the sodium hypochlorite for wool, for silk, this hydrogen peroxide are used. Man-made fibers do not need bleaching. Man-made fibers do not need bleaching. Fabrics have to be carefully bleached as bleach can harm the fabric if used in high concentration. Why man-made fibers do not need bleaching is because we are making those fibers. If you want, we can. make them originally in white, or we can like make them colored because we are making it, right? We can mix 2 3 types of yarn, okay, 2 3 types of fibers and make, okay, artificial. So artificial is not much a problem, we can do it the way we want, but the ones we naturally obtaining, they will have that slight pale yellow or light brown color, which you have to make white before dyeing. Okay, so for that we have bleaching. Now,
So usually if you want to dye a shirt or something, we bleach it before we dye it.
yes, we bleach it before we dye it. If it is a like natural fiber, like cotton, silk, and wool. Okay,
Okay.
and this is for like the producers, the manufacturers who actually make it. What we can do if we want to dye something, we can buy a white cloth. Okay,
Okay.
we can buy a white cloth directly and do the dyeing techniques. We can apply on it and dye. Okay, on a white cloth. Okay, now. Then we have starching or stiffening. Starch is generally applied to fabric of fine quality and lightweight or loosely woven fibers. Starching makes the fabric heavier, stiff and crisp, like a cotton shirt, okay, like a sari. When this starch is applied, it makes them stiff, okay, a little heavier and crisp, like the collar will stand, okay, like when you're wearing it, you know how the collar is like at place in the shirt, right? And when you like take it off and when you're not wearing it, it's just loose, the collar is just loose. But when you starch it, if a starch shirt is there, then the collar will set in place like that, the whole
Is
collar.
it
Yes.
is starch like a powder or
Powder. It is like a powder that is like mixed in water.
okay,
So
and you
you,
just apply it.
yeah, and you put your clothes in it. You dip it,
Okay.
put it in the solution for a while, take it out, and then do a wash with normal water like that. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. I think it comes in liquid also. So you put the liquid, stiffening liquid, in the water. Okay, and then you soak like for 1 or 2 minutes. You put your clothes in it, and then you just rinse it once with water, and then it's like done. Okay. Now, it also adds shine and smoothness to the fabric. Cottons such as muslin, poplin, cambric, and thin silks are generally starched. Okay. What types of clothes are starched? Muslin cloth, poplin, cambric, and thin silks are generally starched. Sometimes the loosely woven cotton fabric is starched heavily so that their quality looks better, but the starch comes out with the first wash and the basic loosely woven structure of the fabric becomes prominent. Therefore, the starched fabric should be examined properly before purchasing. Okay. Any doubts in scouring, bleaching, and starching? Right? Then we have an activity. Take the starched cotton fabric. Try to look through it. You will notice that light cannot pass through the fabric surface. Place a black sheet of paper on the table and hold the starched fabric in your hands and rub it. Starch particles will fall on the black paper in the form of white powder. Now hold this fabric against light. Yes, you can see light through the open spaces in the wave. Based on your experience, answer the questions given below and give reason. Will you use this fabric as a fall for a sari?
Yeah. Fall. What do you mean by fall?
Say again.
What do you mean by like use
What do you
this
mean by
fabric?
fall? What do you mean by fall? Sari is there. Okay, this is sari. Okay. If you've seen the sari, there is a small piece of cloth that is attached at the bottom part. An
Yeah.
extra, an extra piece of cloth that is attached to the bottom part of it. To like for it to maintain that shape when you wear it. Okay, there's a small piece of cloth attached at the bottom. This is known as foil in a sari. Okay, this piece is known as foil in a sari.
Got
Then, yes, um, like let's skip this for a bit, okay? Because I'm not very sure about this activity questions. I'll like look it up with the chapter and then I'll let you all know tomorrow. Okay, okay. Because since I've like not like used starch before, so I'm not like quite sure that what the fabric is they're talking about. They haven't they have like mentioned cotton fabric and they've mentioned starch. I like look it up and let you know, okay? This activity, these questions.
it.
Now we have calendaring. Why do you iron the garments at home? It is to remove wrinkles and make them look better. This is the simplest and the most common finish used to improve the looks of any grey or finished fabric. Similarly, through the process of calendering or industrial ironing, a fabric is passed through a series of smooth hot rollers to remove wrinkles and to make it smooth. Okay, this is called calendering or industrial ironing, where your fabric is passed through a series of smooth hot rollers. Okay, to remove the wrinkles and to make it smooth. It makes the fabric smooth and lustrous, thereby improving its appearance. Okay, understood calendering in doubt?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, doubt or no doubt?
I don't have a doubt.
I'm
Okay.
Yeah.
confused on like how it this hot rollers. I don't get.
Okay. Let me check if I can find an image to show you. 1 second. Alright. This is a sari that is like passing through a lot of rollers, okay, big and small rollers. These are hot. So when it passes through them, okay, and then you can see it's coming out from this end. You can see this? It's coming out. So it's like seas free, okay. It you can see. So this is basically how it works. Oh, where is the PDF? 1 second. This is how industrial ironing works.
Okay.
Okay. Even I've not never seen it in real industrial ironing, no. But yeah, this is how textiles are ironed and made wrinkle free. Then we have some special finishes, okay? Some special finishes or finishing processes that we'll see. One is pre-shrinking. You must have heard your mother saying that the cotton kurta she has or she brought has shrunk and become smaller after the first wash. Ever heard that? Like shrink your like a kurta, maybe a t-shirt or a top got shrunk.
Yeah,
Yes. So
that's
that happened, and shrinkage is the reduction of a fabric or a garment in size or length, like size, okay? Basically, that is width after it is washed or dipped in water, okay? A marked reduction in size takes place after washing certain cottons, linens, and woolens. So certain clothes are there, they shrink. Okay, this actually happens with certain fabrics like cotton, linen, and woolens. It is all due to shrinkage. Good quality cottons, linens, and wools are pre-shrunk before marketing them. This pre-shrinking is called sanfronization. Fabrics that are treated for pre-shrinking are labeled as sanfronized or anti-shrink or shrink-proof. If you've like gone for shop like clothes and your like our mothers or sometimes we ask that uh, shrink to nahi hoga, like will it not will it shrink or not, like we ask it sometimes, okay, while buying cottons and all. So they say no, this is shrink proof. Okay, this will not shrink. Okay, but a lot of times it does shrink. Okay, so that is a different story. But many times, like sometimes it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't shrink. Why? Why it doesn't shrink? Some cotton, some linen, some woolen, they do not shrink. Why? Because they have gone through a process called pre-shrinking. Okay, this pre-shrinking, the term for it is synchronization. Okay, the term is synchronization. And what happens is that once they manufacture the fabric, they shrink it already. Okay, then apply these this fabric, and then they sell it. Okay, market it. They manufacture it, they wash it, and then it's shrunk already. They apply finishes and then they sell it. That is pre-shrunk. Okay. Then fabrics are treated. Sometimes we have labeled on fabrics saying sanforonized. Okay, or anti-shrink or shrink-proof means that it will not shrink when you wash it. Okay, synchronization. This is the definition if it is asked. Synchronization is the pre-shrinking treatment given to certain fabrics made from natural fibers to prevent further shrinkage after washing. To prevent further shrinkage after washing. Any doubt in synchronization?
No.
Okay, okay. Remember, synchronization is for natural fabrics. Natural fibers. Okay, fabrics made up of natural fibers. Similarly, bleaching is also for natural fibers. Okay, bleaching is also for natural fibers. I think this one, the calendaring, can be done for both natural and artificial fibers. Okay, because this is just the ironing and the ironing using the hot rollers. Okay, this is for both, but this is like only for natural fibers. We have an activity. Sujata was very angry and disappointed because a printed cotton suit she had bought so fondly had shrunk so much that it did not fit her at all. Before buying, she had asked the shopkeeper repeatedly if the material was shrink proof. The shopkeeper had assured her that it was. Let us see if it same happens. in this experiment. Take a grey cotton fabric of 10 into 10, 10 inch into 10 inch, dip it in water for at least 3 to 4 hours and dry it and iron it. Measure all sides of the sample again. You will notice a change, that is, reduction in the measurement because the fabric has shrunk. Discuss the following in a personal contact program or with friends. Best way to ensure that the material of the suit is shrink proof. What else does one need to check about the quality before buying the material? And where can one look for such information? Okay. So, best, how will you ensure that the material of the suit is shrink proof or not?
Did he say something wrong?
Yes, I said a lot of things.
I, I,
uh, I was asking, how will you ensure that the material of the suit is shrink proof?
Dip it in water.
Uh, say louder, say again.
They dip it in water.
Dip
Check.
it in water. No, while you're buying it, while you're buying
Oh,
it,
ask the person.
ask the person what if he lies.
Oh,
l-
the the tag. Maybe it
Yes,
says something.
yes, the tag, the label, okay? Because it is mentioned on the label, so we check the label, the tag. Also, check if the cotton is good quality, okay?
Yeah.
Usually, good quality cottons or like bought from a good place, good quality, they do not shrink. Okay, they do not shrink. Is because like when we are purchasing a good quality thing, they are already this shrink proof. They have already applied this shrink proof process, and they do not shrink. Okay, so check for good quality fabrics and the labels of the fabrics. Okay, now what else does one need to check about the quality before buying the material? One is shrink proof. You have to check if it is shrink proof. What else do you check? You check the quality. Like if you are buying a cotton, by the feel of cotton, like I've seen people tell that it is cotton. Okay, like not me really. Okay, not us really, but I've seen like my mother and some elders. Okay, they can touch the cloth and tell which quality, which which fabric it is. Okay, so you check the quality, check the fabric. Okay, check if it is like the freshes are applied on it or not. Okay, then check its finishing, okay, finishing of the this fabrics. We check the this thing also, you know, this if they are shrink proof or not. Okay, all these things are checked before we buy something. Where can one look for such information? We can check on the on the tag again. Okay, if like what's the quality, what's like most clothes have a tag that gives everything about it, right? What's the quality of the material? Okay, how to wash it, how to dry it, everything is mentioned nowadays, right? So we can check the tag. Okay, now moisturization. Next, we have moisturization. Cotton is basically a dull fiber. The fabric made from cotton wrinkles easily and is difficult to dye. It is therefore treated with sodium hydroxide to make it strong, lustrous, and absorbent. This process is called mercerization. It also improves the dye uptake of, of fabrics. Nowadays, this finish has become a routine finish for all cotton. Even sewing threads, which are used for stitching, are mercerized. You will find the word mercerized on the labels of cotton fibers and reels of sewing threads, denoting that the goods have been mercerized. Okay, how to know goods have been mercerized? We'll find it in the labels. Okay, mercerized, what they do is they treat the fibers with sodium hydroxide. They treat the fibers with sodium hydroxide to make them strong. Okay, that is durable. Lustrous means shiny, and absorbent means if the fibers are dyed, then they easily absorb the color. They are dyed well. Okay, it is mentioned here. It also improves the dye uptake of fabrics. Dye uptake means when the fibers dye, when they see, first the fibers are made. Okay, first the fibers are made. This is natural. This is natural. Okay, then out of that, fabrics are made. Okay, means piece of clothes. Then these fabrics are dyed. Okay, these fabrics are dyed. So if they are mercerized or treated with sodium hydroxide at this stage or this stage, then when dye is applied on it, it will be they will dye well. Okay, they will dye well, like the color will be absorbed equally, balanced. Okay, and they will dye well. They will be strong, shiny, and absorbent. Understood mercerization.
Yeah.
Next, we have parchmentization. Okay, parchmentization we will do from parchmentization tomorrow. Okay, today we stop here, and the rest we will continue tomorrow. Do we have what test do you all have tomorrow? Home science, right?
Chapter 5. Yeah.
Home science. Tomorrow will be off home science, okay? Because you have test. I'll send you the test tomorrow for home science, so you can do the test. English will be there tomorrow. Okay?
Yep.
English is that tomorrow?
English class.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Sorry.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay then. See you all in English. Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.